Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Self Achievement Network. My name is Dominic, and I am here once again with our Friday feature, Mr. Sharif Yusuf. Hi, Sharif.
Hi, how are you, Dominic?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I am doing great, man. This is our resident marketing expert, consultant extraordinaire from Toronto.
Uh,
How
how,
are things over there across the
things,
big pond? Two big
things
ponds.
are things are good. I mean, the weather had started to be a little nicer, and then all of a sudden it started to be cold again. It's sunny outside today, but it's still a little cold. So,
Same thing here.
mm.
Exact sunshine, cold. So, well, anyway, I want to say thank you to you for again coming on to the Self Achievement Network, and also to all of you who are out there watching and listening. This is also a podcast. It goes to our YouTube channel, and it is here on our Facebook page, where we have about 1,500 people on the page, and this will also be shared out to the appropriate hubs in our network. About another 4,000 people. So we're growing. And for those of you who enjoy the content, please share it, like it, all that great stuff. Tell us a little bit about who you are, your background, Sharif, so people have an understanding.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Sharif Yusuf, and I am residing in Toronto, Canada. I am a marketing consultant. I have been doing marketing for um, over 30 years now, and I decided to go independent 4 years ago. It is Before that I used to work for corporates, small and large, and I used to also work for a PR agency as well. But I decided to go independent in 2017. I also teach marketing and business admin with one of Toronto's private colleges. I do have an offering on the Self Achievement Network marketplace, and the offering is a marketing assessment where I sit with the owner or the marketing person, and we assess their marketing situation, and I come back to them or with a marketing plan that would take them through 6 months, maybe trying to help improve their marketing activities.
Mhm. So for a mere $200, people can uh, click on the link that I'll share after, and they can go and connect with you. They can purchase it, and they get a complete assessment of their small business marketing, whatever they're doing, right? And then you make the recommendation for what you see their type of business. All you take all that stuff into consideration, and then they can then implement that.
This is exactly how it should go.
All right, excellent. And my name's Dominic. I am the founder of the Self Achievement Network, and I'm also the author of Life Plan, which is a personal growth tool for people of all ages to explore, decide what their passion is, and then implement it. So it's an A to Z comprehensive program, and I will also leave that link in there for everyone. So today, the topic is about pricing strategy, how to choose pricing strategies for a product.
Yes,
So
and
this is one of the topics you're teaching over at the college, Mr. Professor.
it is one of them, and it is one of the bigger topics when it comes to marketing. When we speak about marketing, and then it comes to people's minds the marketing mix, and one of the marketing mix components is the price, and that's how important it is because we do the pricing. Um, we do it right, and then we have a very good a chance in the market, and if we kind of don't give it enough time, then we miss out on some opportunity in the market. So it is an important topic when it comes to marketing, and what I say is that pricing strategy is a way to find um, your competitive edge um, for your product or service against your competition. So yeah, it is an important topic. The word strategy is, or pricing strategy is, it's combined with other marketing strategies that compose the marketing mix. That were one time they were the 4 Ps, and after that they were 7, and then 8 and 10. I think now that we're up to 10 Ps maybe. Um, and they work. They take into consideration economic patterns. They take into consideration competition, market demand, and also definitely product characteristics. So that's how important a pricing strategy is.
And it seems to me, just thinking out loud here, that a strategy, if it's not done correctly, can cause a lot of problems. I can't even begin to imagine, but I mean, I'm sure you can share some of the insights that you've seen.
It is very true, and we find ourselves sometimes in a dilemma as marketing people, or as business owners, in a dilemma that you set your price too high, and then you miss on valuable sales, or you set them too low, and then you miss out on valuable revenue. So you need to have that right sweet spot, for your pricing, and that's why there are a number of strategies for this, and there are, like I said, a variety of strategies when you're selling a product or service. The price can be set to maximize the profitability. This can be a strategy on its own, maximizing the profitability from the market overall. It can also be used to defend an existing market share from a new entrant, and also to increase your market shares with or to maybe to enter a new market. So as you can see, each one of these points that I just mentioned will need a different approach to the market. If you want to maximize your profitability, then okay, so yeah, set your price high. Although don't set your price too high, because if you do that, then you're setting yourself out of the market. You're putting yourself out of the market. But you want to maximize your profitability. So you got to see what your competitors are doing as well, so that you don't, outprice them, and then you lose on the opportunities. On the other hand, if you want to defend the market share, or if you want to, defend it from new entrants, so you got to be cautious and maybe start lowering your price a little bit, so that you don't lose that market share until your next strategy, or your next product, or your next promotion that will help you. So it is sort of a dilemma to find that sweet spot, but it all relates to what your objective is, or what your strategy from the pricing would be. And we all know that the element of pricing is very unattractive to work for and work with, and it's very boring as well as an exercise. But the reward, if it is done right, the reward is remarkable.
Where do people start? I mean, I don't want to throw you off track there, but where should people start if they're confused about how to price their product or their service?
Well, we're going to assume here that we are already in the market, and we have been competing for a while, and we have a number of products and services. So it depends now on our market situation. What do we want to do? So one time I was managing a product where I was the leader in the market. My product was the leader in the market. So my price was high because there was nobody else there making good profit, making good revenue, and my price was pretty high. When the competition started coming into the market, I had to adjust my price so that I don't lose a lot, especially when the competition came in and then they undercut my price. So I had to respond as well. So it really depends on where you are in the market with your product. Is it a new one? Have you been there for a while? Are you the only player? are there more players? How many players are there? So it really depends on the situation.
Okay.
One important thing, though, is that marketing people should definitely exhaust changes to other elements of the product. And
Oh boy. Well, we just lost Sharif for a moment. He'll be right back with us. I don't know what happened. Maybe he forgot to put his phone on, or he lost power. He may have forgot to put his phone on do not disturb. Got a phone call. But yeah, pricing strategy is a really interesting. I mean, I have been in this situation like this several times and not being able to understand. There's Sharif. We'll be right back. I'm going to bring him up in the thing here. But yeah, I've been in that situation before where I didn't know where to start, and it took me a long time to figure it out. And I mean, long time, like months, because I didn't know what I was doing. So talk to this guy right here.
Sorry about the disconnection. I don't know what happened there. But as I was saying, and as you were saying, it is important, though, to try to exhaust all other options before resorting to changing the price. So I would do things with regards to other components of the marketing mix, maybe the product itself, maybe the promotion, maybe the distribution channel, maybe the people element, many other things that I can work on before resorting to changing the price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the last thing usually that companies want to do. So yeah, but what are the most important or the most common, let's say, common market pricing strategies out there? So there's one strategy that is called the economy strategy, and here this is where your price is low and you don't spend a lot on your marketing and your promoting. These are sometimes some of the products that you can find in the supermarkets and the grocery stores. So this is a type of economy type of pricing strategy. But there's also another one, which is the penetration strategy. And the penetration strategy is talks usually about higher quality product, and at the same time the price is not that high. So it's kind of a masking, and it gives you an opportunity to penetrate. This can happen when you're trying to gain market share. You're coming into a market as a new product, or you're there but you want to gain market share. So maybe lower your price a little bit in order to acquire more customers.
Mm-hmm.
After acquiring these customers, the prices start to go down again. Start to go up again. Another strategy is what we call the skimming strategy, and here we charge high price, and the high price is charged until competitors enter the market. And this is the example that I was mentioning a few minutes ago. After that, when competitors come in, the price is dropped. And this strategy basically is used to gain maximum profit and recover maximum money before the product or the market attracts competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Because once these come in, then the profits will start going down, and because there will be more supply of a similar product in the market. So that's the skimming. And then also there's the premium type of pricing, where you price your product regardless of your competitor. But this is because you have a big competitive edge. One example would be Porsche, for example. Gillette also is another example. So these guys will price their products at a premium, and it doesn't matter what the others do, because they know what they're offering. So in these cases, the customers will pay that extra premium without comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Yep.
so these are four common strategies that a lot of companies revert to, but in order to reach them, there are a few steps in order to have the right pricing strategy. First, as I was saying, you need to define your business objectives. So that's the first thing. What do we want to do? Are we, like I said, are we after market share? Are we after profit? What are the business objectives? And once we define these, the objectives, then the next step is do your competitive marketing analysis as well. What are your competitors doing? Are there competitors in the market in the first place, or are there not? If they're not, okay, so how do we approach the market with that? So, but if there are, then we need to understand their pricing strategies as well. We need to do some pricing analysis for their products as well. Now, you've put down your objectives and you've studied your competition. The next thing is to look at your target audience, identify your target audience. Who, what, why, and how will our customers use our product? Very important. Who are these people? If it's going to be a promotion, if it's not going to be a promotion, who are the target audience? Very important aspect as well of the pricing strategy. And then finally to go to market, and then obviously review and monitor what the pricing is doing. So these are the main 4 steps when we are putting together a pricing strategies: to define the objectives, and then do the competitive analysis, and then identify the target audience, and then finally implement and monitor and review.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So let me ask. So, like, for example, if does this apply for each product separately?
Yes, it does.
Each product or service, whatever it may be. So there's a lot of research that needs to be done to get to a place where we can be positioned correctly, to be priced right, so that we're not pricing ourselves out. I mean, there's a lot of factors there.
Now, let me also say one other thing, is that there could be an overall company direction with regards to pricing. As an example, we like the examples that I made, like Porsche or Gillette or Xerox as well. I mean, when I used to work for Xerox, we used to price our product at a certain level, and this was the direction. Regardless of the competition, this is Xerox. This is what we offer. This is how we're going to be. You know what I mean? And this could be a direction, like a general direction of the company. However, sometimes this direction can have an exception with regards to maybe a certain segment or a certain product line, or a certain promotion. You know, you have a new product, for example, and you want to, like we were saying, you want to skim, you want to have the best outcome from the new product. So maybe for that new product, you take a different approach. But in general, there should be an overall pricing strategy for the company, and at the same time, when we're doing strategies for each product, then it has to be separate.
Okay, so is this something that you could help a client with?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I've done this so many times, and I've done it for a long time with various companies. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, guys, you heard him. Click on that link, because you wonder why your sales are not happening the way that you wish they were. You may be, your pricing may be screwed up. So yeah,
I'll just conclude with this. Is just we all have a lot of very good products and services, and we're very proud of what we produce. But we do have to have that competitive edge, and one of the ways to gain the competitive edge is through your pricing. Even if you were, priced high, even if that was your goal, that was your main strategy, that would be that would also differentiate you from others. But we need to have that, and we need to work on that, because this is the way we go to market, and this is the way we position our product. This is the way we speak to our customers. This is the way we tell them this is our brand. This is how we are. and this is how we're going to help you, because each one of these components that I just mentioned says a message, tells a message. So we need to be ready with these things. While all the components of the marketing mix, the most important, the most crucial, in my opinion, would be the pricing, as long as you have a very good product.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting. I mean, there's so many things to marketing that it's pretty mind blowing. And you know, when people, if you're listening, you know, I mean, what would you just overall just fill us in? I mean, what would you say were the top 3 or 4 or 5 main things? I know you've talked 150 times on this show about the you know, importance of all these different aspects. What would you say are the most, you know, the handful of most important things for people to consider before they, you know?
Yeah. Considering that we all have a product or a service, then the first thing I would think of would be the plan. That would be the very first step, the starting point. Once we have because the plan has so many components in order to reach that final plan. But yeah, that would be the starting point for me. And from there, underneath the plan, there would be so many things. There would be, like we said, there would be the product itself, the segmentation, the target market. There would be the pricing. There would be the communication, type of communication, the creative messaging, and so on. But I guess the first thing that I would say would be the plan.
Mm-hmm. So thus the marketing assessment, because if the plan isn't right, everything gets skewed from there.
Yes, I definitely second that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Great lesson.
Thank you.
That was, you know, it makes me think about, you know, what am I really on the right track, especially like with my course Life Plan. So now, you know, I'm coming out with a live version that I'm going to be doing in a webinar, and I truly don't know 100% that is the best. I'm charging $500 per. It's a total of 6 weeks
Mm-hmm.
of there's 2 full days of lecture and writing, and then there is 6 weeks of coaching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've looked around and I think that it's a fair price,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know 100% for sure. So I think I better do some more research.
Yeah.
Like research.
You don't want to price yourself out of the market, regardless if it's too high or it's too low.
Yeah, and we all know also, you know, too low people don't value and like that. So there's perception and things like that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, I'm all about helping people to improve their life, and you know, this is what you know, marketing is about too. You know, depending on the product. So
yeah.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much.
My pleasure as always.
Once again, and thank you all for watching. If you have any comments or questions about marketing or about Life Plan, get a hold of us. We're here. That's what we do. So you have yourself a fabulous weekend, Sharif, and to all of you, happy. I think Easter is on Sunday, right?
Yes, it is.
You're celebrating Easter.
Happy Easter to everyone.
And today is Good Friday, and so be good. And if you're not good, don't get caught.
Right.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. Take care, everyone. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you back here next Friday with this guy right here.
Sure will.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.